These cards were on my daughter's floor. I was going to pick them up, put them away, but I felt drawn to read them because this message was not a coincidence. It wasn't a coincidence. I found these on the floor. This is synchronicity. So let's dive in. First card we got is the Magician, but it's in reverse for the collective. I am getting a sense that some of you are holding for hope. There's some sort of hope here, so I don't know if it's a case of you're hoping for something, or no, it's not that. It's not that you're hoping for something. You're holding on to hope. So it could be that you're hopeful for an outcome here where maybe it's a case of belief. Okay, let's have a look. We've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse as well. So this hope that you have, you're very certain. You're very certain on this hope, this manifestation even could be. But you've got such a strong drive on what you want. And I think if you keep with that drive, you might just get what you want. Next, we got the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, I'm getting the words determine and chapter. I'm also feeling the number 2. So the Two of Pentacles, for example, I feel like the number 2 is significant. That could be a time, so 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 hours. And it's definitely a decision you need to make. So you have a big decision you need to make. And that hope that you've been holding on to with that Magician, I think it's going to be really strong for the collective. Okay, the very next card we have is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. I'm getting magic and a key. So it could be that maybe you're someone who is into the witch type of Wiccan type of vibes. Maybe you're someone who does practices, or maybe you're someone who knows a witch. It's whatever resonates for those words. A key, I feel a key for this collective is all about unlocking, because a key to me is all about opening the door or unlocking a door. So you need to unlock with that hope and everything that you've got so far. Everything in this pile is telling you that you do have this hope, you have the drive, you have a very clear mindset. All you need to do is make the decision to jump, because you can ask your angels, your guides, whatever it is, to help you, but they will help you as much as they can. But when it comes to you making a decision, that's where you need to jump in. Let's look at the next pile. We got the Star. And this one is also in reverse. Oh no, sorry. Next we got the Star. This one's facing me. Okay, so the Star for the collective, I'm feeling very drawn to the roses, by the way. So some of you might be dealing with a lot of emphasis around movement. And the roses to me are a symbol of love, especially red and pink roses. I am getting told to mention divine timing, so everything comes in divine timing. That includes the choices you make. We've also got the Ten of Swords. Okay, so don't get stuck on feeling that you're in the right. Don't feel that the things that you manifest, the things you work on, and the way you do things in life is the way to be. Because there's someone else here that you're telling them they're wrong. You're telling them that it is my way or the highway. And it's not a way to be. It is just more of a case of they have their perspective, you have yours. Be careful with that. We next got the Three of Wands. So yeah, I feel that's circling back to this one where you really have that clear desire. You're not only clear, but you also know the multiple paths you can take. We've got the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so someone here is dealing with memory issues when it comes to this part. So I feel it's also around this time when you might be having this discussion or this argument with someone. Memory is a big thing. It could be something where you're going, I remember blah, 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 but they don't remember. And just remember, because something you remember doesn't mean it's not wrong. It's your perspective, but it also means their perspective is different because maybe they saw it a different way. And especially when it comes to trauma-related arguments with someone who, most common one is probably parents. For them, it's a typical Tuesday. For you, it was a very traumatic event. Does not mean that it didn't happen. Doesn't mean it's any less, but it means their understanding or their perspective is going to be a lot different to yours. We got the Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I do like that you've kind of getting in the tens. You got a couple of tens. I feel for this collective, you will be heading into a make or break. This is going to be a make or break for this decision. And I feel a lot of it is around that conversation you're going to have, because whatever you're hoping, manifesting here, you are meant to have that conversation. But it's the way you handle it and the way you walk away from it depends on the outcome here. It could be a beautiful thing where the Ten of Wands ends up the right side way, or it could be in reverse. Okay, I will leave that there. Okay, the final one is the Ace of Wands. That makes sense because we got a 10 followed by a 1. So when you become into that completion, you have a new beginning, a new idea or a new venture coming in. And for this collective, it is also about not just new, but it's whatever you're wanting here that you're wanting to step into. You need to release with that conversation to get to yourself here. If you don't, you're back here. Back at here. You're in a 1, but you're not in the 1 that you want. You're not in the start. You're not in the time frame that you want to be. It's all about working with yourself, helping yourself, conversations. So these are conversations of healing, learning, telling yourself that it's okay to have those feelings, but you also need to learn to release them. And it's also, again, turning this 10 of Wands right way up. So that way, when it comes to that conversation, you end up with this one, entering into a new phase of your life where you're no longer burdened by whatever this conversation brings up. I will leave this here. It's already quite a long video. I really appreciate you being here. If you would like a reading, definitely check the link down below. Also, I am raising funds for the Starlight Children's Foundation. All month, I have a goal of $300. If you have the means to donate, definitely check it out. I have put a link in the comments. Also, it is down below as well anyways. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye.